Crosswind takes ministry teams to the low-income housing projects. Have to be subsidized. The reason we use that is we know that they're either working poor, disabled, or some reason that got them to be subsidized. So we know that we're reaching the margins, the neediest people in the city. And so we go out into the low-income subsidized housing communities with groups of volunteers and have a weekly presence in those communities and do two things while we're there. We are in caring and loving relationship with the tenants. We have a weekly Bible study and a weekly face-to-face visit with all the residents. See how they're doing, check up on them. And the ministry team that's assigned to that apartment complex does that. And then the other thing is the team is responsible to be resource experts on behalf of the people that are in the low-income neighborhood. So for instance, let's say somebody moves in and they're a young married couple and they're upside down. They don't know how to get to the doctor. Well, we know how to get to the doctor. And if they don't have any money, we've got a doctor that'll do a doctor visit for $20 and we'll pay it. So we let them know that. And so we're developing, my job a lot is developing resources over here that my team has at their fingertip that they can give to the people who need it in the community. So we know where all the clothes closets are. We have a working relationship with everybody that has clothes or collects clothes or knows anything about clothes. We know them all. And so we don't ever have to worry about that. And we have trades and barters. Like Kimberly Clark is up there, and they gave me a whole bunch of, size 3 diapers, which I trade to the Resource Center for Women for infant diapers, and and because we got an infant. Preemie just brought her home 2 days ago. So I had to get some infant diapers for her. So we do all that kind of deal. But the bottom line is, this girl, the only thing she knew is I needed diapers and they brought them to me. So we become resource experts over here, knowing what resources are available. And I don't care who I get money from or who I get resources from. Government, ministries, whoever it is in town. We find out whoever they are and how to connect these people over here to the resources that are available to them. And then we have long-term, week-by-week stabilizing influences in their lives. And we teach a curriculum that is 7 areas of life training: spiritual, psychological, social, parental, marital, and financial. It just covers the whole gamut of life. We just teach them through that during Bible studies. And then, so we counsel. We have on-campus presence weekly where we go and counsel, like in the summer months when all the kids are home. Like today, right now, the kids are all being fed. We just, we'll get all the mommies together, make sandwiches up, and, we'll buy them. Apple, everybody has a sandwich. Some of these kids, the 2 meals they get at school during school is what they have to eat. And so during the summer, they're hungry. And so we know that. The mamas tell us that. We have regular town hall meetings. In the town hall meetings, we invite all the residents and say, what are you up against? And they tell you. As soon as they tell you what you're up against, you know what you're supposed to do next. Help them. Figure it out. You don't ever know when you're going in. It's completely, who knows? But we all have, you'll find out there's common problems. And even if there are social things like, for instance, you'll find when you get out into the neighborhood, and it's also in your high schools, by the way, there's a lot of drug addiction. There's a lot of teen pregnancy. So there's a lot of young mamas that have, children raising children. They have no clue how to care for the babies, and there's a lot of neglect going on, and there's all these different sort of things. And what I'm saying is that if you take a mature Christian family, mature Christian people who were raised with the privilege that you and I were raised in of seeing stability, knowing what it looks like, feels like, and you put us in relationship beside people who are struggling, over time, not tomorrow, but over time, and over friendship, can make a difference.